Narcissists love to ruin holidays. Let's face it, they're miserable people. And holidays are joyous occasions, they're celebrations. People get together, they exchange presents, they're laughing, they're having dinner. And it's really just a good, fun time where everyone is celebrating. And narcissists don't like to do that kind of thing. You have to remember that they don't feel happiness, love, any kind of positive feelings that a normal person can feel. The narcissist does not feel those. So, a normal person would want to get together and celebrate holidays and different events with their friends and family and loved ones. Um, and the narcissist just doesn't have those feelings. So, they want to make holidays about them. And when they do that, they ruin it for you. So, narcissists love to make holidays about them one way or another. They are going to ruin the celebration. They truly cannot stand to see other people happy. And, like, let's say Christmas, for example, you get together with your family, you're exchanging presents, and you're really just having a good time. The narcissist doesn't want to do any of those things. They don't want to celebrate, they don't want to be happy. They're annoyed that other people can feel things that they can't feel. So they have to ruin it in some way. Because remember, narcissists are miserable inside, so they want to make everyone else feel miserable too. They want you to feel the way that they feel. They think like, how come I can't be happy? How come I can't feel these happy things that these other people get to feel? So you know what? I'm going to make them feel how I feel. And they're going to ruin it. Maybe you're still with the narcissist and, it's almost Halloween. So you're going to be having to deal with them for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. So, now is the holiday season. So now is when you're going to start seeing the narcissist really ramp up their douchey behavior and really try to ruin the holidays for you. This is something that my ex did to me as well. Um, so if you have children, for example, the narcissist is jealous of your children. They are jealous because especially if it's Christmas. Christmas is always about kids. People go out of their way to buy their kids expensive, ridiculous gifts that the kids want. So kids get spoiled on Christmas. And narcissists are very jealous of that. If you have children from a different relationship and you're dating a narcissist and you spoil your kids for Christmas and get them all of these over the top presents, the narcissist is pissed about it. They feel like, okay, why did she spend all kinds of money on them? Why did she get them all of these extravagant things? Why didn't I get these things? Narcissists are like 5-year-olds mentally. So they very much think like a child. And they're kind of like, okay, well, why isn't Christmas all about me? They get jealous of other people getting cool gifts. So they'll sulk, be in a bad mood, just be pissed off, not want to participate in dinners. If you have like a family dinner, like let's say Thanksgiving, and you're supposed to go to your parents' house, the narcissist is going to ruin that. They might try to start a fight before you are supposed to go out to dinner. So that way, um, you're in a shitty mood when you go celebrate with your parents. Now you're not happy. Now you're like bummed out. Now you're like, wow, like we just had this huge fight and it's supposed to be this like great holiday with my family and all this good food. And now you're just like in a shitty mood because the narcissist made you feel like crap. They were yelling at you. So now it's like you're not even really happy. You kind of just want to get the dinner over with and go home. Um, or they will start a fight to get out of going to the dinner at all. So they might start a fight with you before you're supposed to go to your parents. And they'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to go. I'm just not going to go. Now you're in a bad mood. So I'm just not going to go to the dinner. And this is what they wanted all along. They don't want to go and sit with your family and celebrate. They do not care. They are not happy. They don't feel happy, joyous occasions. They don't want to do those things. So if they can get out of it by being an asshole, they 100% will. So now when the narcissist doesn't show up at the family dinner, now the dinner is all about the narcissist. Well, what happened? Why aren't they here? Did you guys have a fight? Is he okay? Is he sick? What's going on? So now Your night is ruined because you had a fight with the narcissist. Now they don't show up to a family dinner. So now you have to explain why the narcissist isn't there. And now the dinner conversation is all about the narcissist. Oh, are they okay? Do they not feel good? Everything is all about the narcissist. Or they another way that they might like ruin a dinner or some sort of celebration is they'll actually show up, but then they act like an ass at the event. So they might get really, really, really drunk. Maybe you're going to an office Christmas party, just some sort of Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving, whatever, and they'll ruin it by getting really drunk, or maybe they do drugs. And so they'll get drunk or high, be really loud, be really obnoxious, so that everyone in the room, whether it's an office party or just a family party, everyone in the room now is paying attention to the narcissist. And now it's all about the narcissist. Oh, can you believe he did that? Can you believe he said that? Oh, look at how ridiculous he's being. So now you're embarrassed because the narcissist is acting like an ass in a room full of people. And so now they have made the event about themselves once again. So they can make it about them in multiple ways. I mean, they can like show up and act insane, or they can just not show up at all. But that's still, even if they're not showing up to a dinner or an event or some sort of get together, it's still a way of making it about the narcissist, even if they're not even there, because they know their absence is going to be questioned. They know that people are going to ask questions and be kind of like, hey, what happened? So even they don't even have to be in the room, and they can still get all of the attention from everyone in the room because now they're all focused on why they're not there. Um, so another thing that they can do is, well, they're really, really jealous of, like I said, like presents. And like if you spoil your kids or get your children like a bunch of cool gifts, they feel like, okay, why didn't they do that for me? Another thing that the narcissist does that can ruin the holidays, or it doesn't even have to be like a holiday. I mean, this could be like anniversary, this could be your birthday, whatever, because they'll do this at all of these events. So it's not only holidays. Any sort of special day for you, no matter what it is. I mean, you could be celebrating like a college graduation, any type of event, they're going to do these things and make it about them. But like, let's say Christmas, for example, or like Valentine's Day, you'll notice that the narcissist, a way that they like to ruin it is they don't really like to give you presents. For one, narcissists are notoriously cheap. You have to remember that they're extremely selfish. And so selfish people don't like to spoil others and buy them nice things and make them feel good and happy. So narcissists don't really like to spend money on others. This is certainly true with my ex. And they might do something, because this is one of the things my ex did. They might promise you like a really nice gift and get your hopes up. They want to get you excited just so they can bring you back down and crash that and make you feel like crap about yourself. So my ex would be like, "Oh yeah, like I'm going to get you this really nice thing. I already have something in mind. It's really expensive and it's something that you would totally love, and I just really want to get you this, and I want to do something really nice." And I'm like, "Wow. Oh my god, like this is awesome." And then I just would end up getting nothing. And then it would be, "Oh, something came up. I can't afford it. Oh, this happened. Oh, blah, blah, blah." Or they'll start a big fight with you so that they get out of buying you presents. So they can ruin your holidays that way by getting you nothing and making you feel worthless. Like, wow, like I thought he really loved me and I thought he was going to spoil me and get me, this really nice gift. And now he got me nothing instead. So they'll ruin your Christmas by not even getting you anything, or purposely getting you something that they know you wouldn't even want. They'll get you a gift that they know would actually bum you out and make you feel like shit and make you question, like, wow, does he not even know who I am? Does he even care about me? Like, why would he buy me this? Um, but narcissists are incredibly cheap. Most of the time, I mean, in the case with my ex, he didn't even have a job. So most of the time he wasn't even working. And if he was working, he would get pissed if he had to buy me something. So narcissists are notorious for wanting others to take care of them. You'll notice that they don't really work. They like to shack up with people so they can live in their house for free, get transportation off whoever the supply is. having you run them around and do their errands, cooking for them. Really, just they're basically like parasites who latch onto you, and you're doing everything for the narcissist. So they don't usually have good jobs if they do work. It's hard for them to get along with people and really keep stable employment. So they probably don't even have money to buy you something cool for Christmas or your birthday or Valentine's Day or whatever. But they'll lie and tell you, oh, yeah, get you all excited and ruin it. So my ex, for this is actually a true story, for our very first Christmas together, he did not have a job, but he was on food stamps. So my Christmas gift consisted of him going to the dollar store and using his food stamps to buy me food. And it was like maybe $10 worth of things. And I'm not joking. This 100% happened. And that was my very first Christmas present from him. Or really my only Christmas present, because we were only together for 2 years. And then the second Christmas, I didn't get anything from him. I don't remember. I don't think I got a gift. So that's the kind of shit that they do. Okay. This guy literally got me like dollar store Cheez-Its and cookies, and it was only like a few items. And that was my Christmas present. Um, so you'll notice that they don't put thought or effort into gifts or anything. So if you want something, they don't even know who you are as a person. So they're not going to put effort in trying to get you something that you would really love. And so if you even do get a present from the narcissist, it's probably something that you wouldn't even like. It's probably something that you go like, wow, really? Does this person even know me? Why would they get me this? And again, that makes you feel like shit about yourself. So they ruin your holiday by, purposely getting you some shitty present because they know that it'll upset you and make you feel worthless. And that's their whole game. That's what they're all about. And so this doesn't have to be just like a holiday or a birthday or whatever. They like to ruin any type of good. If you're having a good time doing whatever, they will ruin it. I mean, that's their whole deal. They like to ruin holidays to make it about them and to squash your happiness. Most people are super happy around holidays, and the narcissist can't ever feel that. So instead, they want to take your happiness away and make you feel like how they feel, which is like shit. That's how they all feel inside. They all feel like shit about themselves. So that's their goal. They want to make you feel exactly the way they do. And so this doesn't have to just be any kind of specific holiday or anything. An example is when I was with my ex, I got an engagement ring. And of course, being the narcissistic piece of shit that he was, he didn't really have any thought about the ring. He didn't really care about the ring. He looked online at like websites and pretended like he was looking at rings and, oh, do you like this style? Do you like that style? But he really didn't care. We found a ring online to get me. And at first, when he was ordering it, he acted like, oh, yeah, I'll be glad to get you this ring and this will be exciting and you're going to be happy about it. But I totally picked the ring out. So he put like no effort into like surprising me. It wasn't a surprise. I knew what the ring looked like. I picked it out, but I was still excited to get it because it was, a beautiful ring and I was happy about it. So he acts like, oh, yeah, this will be great. Let's order it. So it comes in the mail a couple days later, and I'm super excited. Because I was kind of like, okay, what if it's like not a real diamond, or what if it's like crappy or something's wrong with it? It was a beautiful ring. So I get it. It ends up being amazing. I'm totally in love with it. And he comes home and he sees it and he didn't seem really excited. I was like, oh my God, look at it. It's so amazing. It was almost like he was bummed out that something wasn't wrong with it because I kind of kept being like, oh, it's probably going to show up and have like, like some big black spot on the diamond or be chipped or something. It'll be defective. And so I didn't really have high hopes for it. So when it came and it was amazing, he almost seemed annoyed that something wasn't wrong with it. So I was happy. Literally like maybe 2 hours after I get the ring out of the mail and I put it on my finger, like 2 hours. Okay. So that's a short time. I'm very excited about it. So we go to the grocery store and, the lighting in there is like really amazing. So because they have all these fluorescent lights. So in the store, I looked down and my ring looked like even more beautiful in the store lighting. So I was like, oh my God. And I was like, babe, look at my ring. Look at how pretty it looks in the store lighting. And he totally bit my head off. He was like, yeah, I know. I saw it. Like, what? How many times do I have to look at it? And I was like, oh my God. And he totally acted like an asshole in the middle of the store, yelling at me because I was excited about my ring and I was excited that it looked pretty in the lights. Mind you, I had only had the ring for, like I said, about 2 hours. And I'm not exaggerating. I literally just got it in the mail and then we went to the store. And obviously, this was the first time it's on my finger. This is, the first really cool ring from him. So why wouldn't I be happy? And then this is the first time being in the store with it in that kind of lighting. And he bit my head off. He was mad that I was happy. So it ruined it. And I remember I didn't even want to wear the ring after that. And a lot of times I wouldn't. I would just take it off and sit it, on my dresser and not even wear the engagement ring because it just like showed me that he didn't give a shit. He snapped at me because I was happy and excited about it. And he had to ruin my excitement. He had to ruin my happiness about the ring. So even though it wasn't like a holiday, I was still really, really happy. And I was, celebrating like, wow, we're engaged. This ring ended up being like better than we imagined. This is perfect. And he still ruined that. He had to find a way to make me feel like shit about myself. And he did. And so he bit my head off and just totally ruined it to the point that I didn't even really want to wear the ring after that. And he did seem pissed that I was happy. And he seemed pissed that the ring showed up in great condition and that nothing was wrong with it. I think he was hoping it would be messed up so that I would return it and he wouldn't have to spend the money. Or just so I would feel crappy, like, oh, I really wanted that ring to be great and it ended up being shitty and like I'm really sad about it. This sucks. He wanted me to be sad. And I wasn't. He wanted me to be disappointed in the ring. And since I wasn't disappointed in the ring, he had to ruin my happiness by yelling at me in the middle of the store. So that's what they do. Whether it's your birthday, whether it's Christmas, it doesn't matter. They will make it completely about them. And even if they don't make it about them, they'll do something to just be an asshole to you to ruin your happiness for that day so that you can't even have a good time, even if the narcissist isn't even with you. That's what they do. Another thing that my ex did is he ruined Thanksgiving. He was high on heroin. So the first Thanksgiving we had together, my mom cooked this big, huge dinner and she made stuffing and she makes like homemade stuffing and she put sausage in it and stuff. And he just loved it because he was like, oh my God, I never had stuffing like this. This is delicious. So the second year that we were together, my mom cooks this huge thing. She makes the stuffing and she's all excited because she's like, oh, he really liked it last year. And, she was excited to make it again, knowing that he was going to eat it up. And he didn't touch it. He was throwing up. He was sick. He got high on heroin and ruined Thanksgiving. So now I have to babysit a grown-ass man. I have to lie to my mom about why he's sick. She noticed he wasn't eating and she was thinking, does he not like my stuffing? So she starts thinking, oh God, maybe he doesn't like it. He doesn't like how I cooked it. Maybe something's wrong with it. And it was him. He was high as hell. And when he did heroin, he would throw up all over. Um, so he was just sick. And so now I have to cover his tracks because I don't want my mom to know that he's high at Thanksgiving dinner. Um, so I have to make excuses. Oh, he just doesn't feel good. So now I don't really get to enjoy my dinner because he's like throwing up next to me and it's just fucking ruined. And then it's like I'm having to lie to my mom on Thanksgiving about the real reason that the asshole I'm with is throwing up all over. And, my mom's bummed out because she thinks, oh, this sucks. He can't enjoy the food, blah, blah, blah. And I'm having to sit here and babysit him. I was worried he was going to overdose because he overdosed often. And I was worried that he was going to OD on Thanksgiving. And I mean, it was horrible. And he did that all the time. I mean, he always did heroin, but to do it on Thanksgiving Day, it was like, really, you can't just have one day where you don't make it about you and your bullshit. So that was how he ruined Thanksgiving when we were together. Um, and, with birthdays, or I remember the one year for my birthday, he told me he was going to spend all of this money. And he said, "Oh my God, I'm so excited." And I was like, "Ooh, what are you going to get me?" And I was like, teasing him and kind of being like, "Ooh, give me a hint, tell me what it is. Like, give me a hint about what my present is." And he's all, "No, no, I don't want to ruin it." And he's like, "The only thing I'll say is that I have to go to different stores to get everything. So it's going to be, I have to get things from a few different places. And that's the only thing I'll tell you." So I'm like, and I had no idea what it could be. And I'm like, well, okay, this is exciting because, the one year I got food from him, he really didn't get me any presents the whole 2 years that we were together. So I was excited that, wow, I'm going to actually get a birthday present. So he told me he was going to spend, it was going to be, quote, expensive, and he had to spend a lot of money, and he had to go to a few different stores to get everything. And so I'm like, wow, okay. So my birthday comes, and it literally is a bag of things from the dollar store. He went to one store, and it was things that, it was like he didn't even know me. I did like, it was like a gift bag thing with different things. There was a candle, which I actually liked the candle. And then there was like a little stuffed animal. And then there was an emoji thing. And there was like a kid's toy where it was kind of like silly putty or Play-Doh. And it was in like a poop emoji thing. And I mean, I was just like, wow, really? Like, why would you get me a kid's like Play-Doh poop emoji thing? It was so bizarre. And then he got me a sign. It was like a wall sign that you hang up on the wall, and it had these little clips to kind of like hang pictures or something on it. And the sign had the word creativity, and then it had the definition for creativity, and that was the sign. I didn't care for the sign. But again, it was kind of like, okay, he actually got me something. He put thought into it, but he didn't really. And so the sign was actually broken. There was 4 clips on it to clip little pictures on it, and 2 of the clips were broken. So that was my birthday present. And he told me that he was spending all of this money. He had to have spent less than $20. There's no way he even spent $20 for everything. For everything. The gift bag, the tissue paper. There's no way. So it was funny to me that he tells me, like, "Oh, I'm going to multiple stores." He went to one store, and he said he was spending all kinds of money, and he didn't. So he got me all hyped up. He got me excited that, wow, I'm going to get this nice present. This is going to be so much fun. I'm excited. I wonder what it is. And then just so that he could bring me down by making me feel like shit about myself by getting me a present that really was not, it was like he didn't even know me. It was like he just went to the dollar store and picked up random items sitting on a shelf and then went to the checkout. Um, it, I didn't like the sign. And even if I did, the sign was broken. So he didn't even put enough effort to even look at the sign when he picked it up to even tell that it was broken. He didn't even look at it. It's like he just picked it up and put it in the cart. So he didn't even look at it long enough to tell that it was a broken sign. Why would I want a poop emoji kid's toy? It was just so bizarre. And it was like random things that didn't even go together. And there was only a few things in the bag. And he clearly spent no money or no thought on this. I don't care. I'll like a little cheap stuff. I don't care about the money. It was that he put no thought. It was like he didn't even know me. And he just picked up random things off the shelf. And that was so upsetting to me. And so I went from thinking, being super excited that it's my birthday. He actually got me a present this year because he didn't get me anything before. And maybe it'll be fun. And oh my God, I can't wait. And then it was crushing because then it got my hopes up. And then I felt like shit that, wow, he put no effort into any of this. So you'll notice that even if you do get something from the narcissist, they don't even, it's not even something that you would want. So when they get you a shitty present that's not even custom to you, where you feel like they just walked down an aisle and put something random in the cart, that makes you feel like shit about yourself. Because you're like, wow, why would they get me this? Like, do they even know me? No, they don't. They don't see you as an individual. They don't care. You're just some supply that they're using. And they know that they're not going to be with you in like a year anyway because they're going to get a new supply. So they don't put any thought into anything. And they go out of their way to ruin any good time that you might have. So with the holidays coming up, You're probably going to notice that the narcissist is going to make you feel like shit about yourself. Hopefully, you're not with the narcissist this year and you can actually enjoy the upcoming holidays. I know that I'm super excited to have Thanksgiving. I'm super excited to have Christmas. I'm actually putting up a tree this year. So I'm really excited. And the best part is that I'm not with the narcissist. He's not here to do heroin and overdose and not get me a present or lie and tell me he's going to get me a present and then either not get me something or get me something totally lame. So I'm super excited to enjoy these holidays. Hopefully you're not with the narcissist anymore. And you've dealt with this in the past, like me, and so you're aware that they ruin holidays or any special time. Um, but yeah, this video is kind of long, so, but hopefully you guys liked it, um, and maybe it explained a little bit about why they're such assholes on the holidays, because they really are. They're assholes year round, but you'll notice that they're especially more crappy around holidays or fun events or any sort of special occasion that is special to you. That's what they're going to ruin. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.